Our first problem in section 6.8 reads, the product of two consecutive integers is 14 more than 6 times the smaller integer. Find the integers. I like to think of what this problem's asking me to find, which is integers. In this case, we're looking for two consecutive integers. So if I call my first number x, you might remember that consecutive integers, because they're one after another one, my second one would be x plus 1. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to try to find what the first and second integer are. Now here we start with the product of those two consecutive integers. Product means we multiply them together. So that would be x times x plus 1. And then it says is, which means equals. 14 more than means 14 plus. And then it says 6 times the smaller integer. Well, our smaller integer is x, so 6 times the smaller one would be 16x. So this is one of those where you're reading the problem and trying to translate the words into symbols. All right, so now on the left side, we multiply x times x plus 1. We would have x squared plus 1x equals 14 plus 6x. Now, to solve this, whether we want to do it by factoring or using the quadratic formula, we need to have everything over on one side. So our next step here is subtracting 6x and subtracting 14 from both sides. When we do that, everything on the right side is going to cancel out so that it's all equal to 0. On the left side, we do have two like terms here. The x squared doesn't have a like term, but 1x minus 6x is minus 5x. And then we still have minus 14 equals 0. So here we keep going. We keep going by factoring. Since it starts with x squared, when we factor it, there would be an x at the beginning of each group. Then to multiply to be a negative 14, but add up to a negative 5, you would need a minus 7 and a plus 2. So to finish it, we set those equal to 0. X minus 7 equals 0. X plus 2 equals 0. The first one, we add 7 and get x equals 7. The next one, we subtract 2 and get x equals negative 2. So we have two possible answers for x. X could either be 7 or x could be negative 2. If x is 7, then our second number, x plus 1, would be 8. If x is negative 2, our second number, x plus 1, would be negative 1. So there's two possible answers here. One possible answer is that the numbers are 7 and 8. The other possible answer is that the numbers we're looking for are negative 2 and negative 1.